Magearna has always been a fantastic Pokemon in OU, with it being banned in Generation 8 for how influential it was. In Generation 9, Magearna will more than likely be re-released into OU after the home drop, and with the new defensive behemoths of OU, as well as the offensive counterplay, some believe Magearna will stay OU this generation. But is this new defensive counterplay more than enough to stop the monster that is Magearna? Magearna is finally back. Well, it's going to finally be back in a bit, right, when home drops. And so I've seen a lot of people saying, oh no, Mag's gonna be OU because Dirge is doing his thing, you know, Dirge gonna cook him up, all that nice stuff. In actual fact, there's a chance that Scarlet Dirge might not be able to beat Magearna. I first want to talk about the two stored power sets Mag was probably gonna run in this generation. The first one being Shift Gear Calm Mind with max special attack, max speed. You could run whatever you want, probably stored power plus your choice of attack move, Draining Kiss, Throw Cannon, Ice Beam, whatever the hell you want, right? But that's not the set I really care about right now. The one I really want to talk about is the more special defense invested attack set, right? With Iron Defense, Calm Mind, stored power, Draining Kiss, this is the set that many people believe may be able to beat Scarlet Dirge, right? Because with just a little bit of chip, with getting a Dirge on the enemy team to around 60-70%, you terrestrialize your Mag into a water type, you start Calm Minding, and all of a sudden, you seem like you're winning. All of a sudden, you seem like you're about to beat the Scarlet Dirge. Of course, the biggest issue Mag faces against Scarlet Dirge, it has no form of reliable recovery besides 6% from leftovers, which can be negated by Will-O-Wisp. Some people believe Dirge will still be able to wall Mag to hell and back. Of course, alongside more defensive sets, we have the Assault Vest set, which saw a little bit of play in Generation 8 alongside Rain teams, but it wasn't really that popular, mainly because the one thing Mag wore the best was no longer in the generation, and that is Greninja, which is finally back. Assault Vest Magearna can always switch into Greninja comfortably and Volt Switch, Fleur Cannon, do whatever the hell it wants for free. Greninja is never going to be able to hit Magearna. But either way, AV Mag is going to be a very good set, I believe, on more defensive teams and maybe even Rain teams once more, seeing as Mameru is not going to be around. But here comes one of the best sets from Generation 7 and Generation 8, which is the Choice Specs set, running Fleur Cannon, Flash Cannon, Aura Sphere, Trick, or Ice Beam / Volt Switch. Obviously, this thing has a lot of options of what it can run. Trick is very nice this generation, seeing as you're able to neuter a lot of defensive monsters that are able to beat you, such as Scarlet Dirge, Clodzaya, and Dondozo, depending on the situation, right? None of these Pokemon want to take a Specs Volt Switch, especially if you terrestrialize into an electric type, or take a Fleur Cannon if you terrestrialize into a fairy type. Those are all going to hit these Pokemon very hard. Lastly, Ice Beam is going to be very great because it hits both Guard Charm and Landorus when it comes back. And finally, we have the newest addition to Magearna sets. This is a set that was used in National Decks before Mag got banned from there, which is Pain Split Spikes, Volt Switch and Ice Beam. Obviously, Volt Switch and Ice Beam form the bulk beam combination that's so popular. Spikes is a new addition to Mag's moveset, which helps it support its own team and get out at the same time, right? Because it can set up spikes and then Volt Switch around, making it easier for its offensive teammates to do their job. Pain Split gives Mag some form of reliable recovery. However, of course, this still cannot hit Golden Go, which is the biggest issue for Magearna in my opinion. Out of all of the new generation mons, I do think Golden Go is going to be one of the greatest reasons why Mag won't be able to go into the Ubers tier. I definitely think that if it is OU, it's going to be good, but Golden Go walls all of these sets, right? Shift Gear, Calm Mind, Stored Power, Draining Kiss, walled, right? Especially if this Golden Go has Trick, it's always an issue in that regard, because it gets leftovers for that. Iron Defense, Calm Mind, same situation. Specs is also walled by Golden Go, although Golden Go will not like taking Specs Volt Switches repeatedly, especially if terrestrialized into an electric type. You cannot trick Golden Go, but Golden Go can trick you, so that's also another situation that's annoying. Assault Vest is able to take and make it rain from Golden Go, but it's not taking it comfortably, and unless you terrestrialize into a water type, it will never take it comfortably, especially for a max special attack plus 2 nasty plot Golden Go. And finally, the Pain Split Spikes Volt Switch set. Pain Split obviously cannot be receiving HP from Golden Go, which is unfortunate. Spikes is nice for momentum, like I've said, obviously, and Volt Switch as well. Ice Beam does not hit Golden Go neutrally either, so it's a pretty bad situation in that regard. But besides that, Magearna might have a decent time in OU. I actually went into the research for this video thinking, oh no, Mag is 100% going to be broken. It has terrestrialized now. Oh shit. It has Calm Mind, Stored Power now. Oh shit. But in all honesty, seeing how popular Golden Go is right now, it's not even like Mag's going to be restricting, because since if let's say Golden Go was like a 5% usage mon and it completely walled Magearna, right? Then we might say that Magearna is too centralized because you have to bring Golden Girl, bring it up in usage. But since Golden Girl is already such a popular Pokemon, it's not really centralizing as much as it is just being beaten by the meta. Alongside that, we do have Terradog Clodsire, which can potentially beat Magearna. However, if it is unaware in Terradog, some versions of Stored Power will opt to run Cannon just to beat the Terradoxid, while also being able to beat regular Clodsire with Stored Power anyway. And finally, Dondozo is able to just ignore Magearna completely if it turns into a dog type, but it faces the same issue where if you get hit by a Fluoro Cannon, you're in a bad situation, and Specs Volt Switch can of course hit Dondozo pretty hard. So yeah, what do you guys think about Magearna? I have no idea how this mon's gonna play out in OU. I definitely think there is a case to be made for this mon staying OU this generation with all of the meta Pokemon, and even some of the Hisuian Pokemon I haven't spoken about, like Hisuian Gudra and all that nice stuff. But hey, we'll see, bro. I'm just really excited for March to drop. Stay safe, take care, and have a good rest of the day. Peace.